Hello, my angels. This is Tigra. I just recorded your weekly video, your general energy video, and I'm recording it because for some reason it did not come out with any sound. So I'm going to try to do this fast and expeditiously as I can. So let's first start cleansing the space over again. Welcome to Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All. This is your general weekly reading, the last one for the month of March. Yes, we're going to be going into April soon, so make sure you stay for the end of March wrap-ups, and then of course there'll be a change in the altar as well as the rotation of decks that I do every month. If you're a cross watcher, which I know I have just as many cross watchers as I do subscribers, this is a great time for you to come over the fence and just join. It doesn't cost you anything other than just clicking subscribe and hitting the all notification button, so that hopefully with the YouTube algorithm and with your shares and likes, you'll be able to get the content every time I upload. So, cards that were blessed and prayed for. This was a really beautiful reading. I love the energies because a lot of the messages kind of re-emphasize the messages that we were getting all this month of March. So I want to make sure that you get this reading. So I'm going to keep the cards in the order that they were in. And we're just going to start with the opening prayer that I had. Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing my space and all those that come to this channel in love and light. Protect us through all negativity and toxicity. May we live in hope and joy of your final word in all situations. And bless this reading. Amen. Okay, so the first card we started out with, I had laid down the tarot. This is my ocean deck tarot deck that I love. And the first cards that we started out with was the Death card, the Strength card, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Wands, talking about transformation, stability, sadness, and defense. Now, I'm probably not going to say all the wonderful things that I said, but I'm going to try to do my best. And for those of you who are card readers and do content yourself, you know how that so sucks when you've done a great recording and for some reason it has a glitch and you can't post it. So again, I apologize. So we're starting out this week with some of you trying to work on your stability, work on your strength in certain situations. It's a call for many of you to rise up and to fact check and take care of things in your life. This is a time where the weak, don't need to be humble. You need to speak and say and do what you need to do for yourself. You might be looked upon as the person of stability and strength in your family. So you might be the one that everyone comes to, right? And when you're the one that really kind of bears the cross for everyone, you especially have to have, even more strength, not only for yourself, but for the stability that you provide for yourself and others. So don't let them drain your stability. Make sure you have enough for yourself, but be gracious and appreciate the fact that people do look up to you as a leader in some sort. Now, the reason why some of you are going to have to be strong is because some of you may be going through some sadness in your life this week, due to death, due to transformation. And we're talking both about physical death, loss of family, friends, people that you may know and not know, celebrities, right? We've been seeing a lot of that energy. This year really started out, and last year, I know personally for me, it was just a year of a lot of people transforming into the next phase of life. So with that, you're going to have to be strong to deal with these losses, especially when they come very close to home and they're very dear people that you love. So this is why we need to start reaching out, I feel, and checking on our family members and people that we might have foregone or we've had arguments with. This is not the time to be petty. This is the time to heal and come together and check on those. Do wellness checks on your family members, whether they're at home, in hospice, in a senior care, or if you just lost touch with them. It doesn't take a lot to just text, call, FaceTime. There's so many ways you can get in touch with family members. And even if you don't want to reach out to them directly, which would be the more loving and passionate thing to do, just check in with other family members to see if they've heard, how someone is doing, and just doing that wellness check. Especially if you haven't heard from certain people in a while, don't assume that they're good. Don't assume just because people are smiling that they're good. We really need to sit down and have communication and conversations with those people that we love. So yes, this could be a week where many of you are or dealing with death in situations as the physical endings, moving from one situation, one relationship, one job to another. The end of friendships, right? We grow, we evolve. Not everyone's going to go the same path or go along the next step in your journey. But what you have to do is not look back. And that's what the Five of Cups energy tends to bring. We're looking back and we're being sorrowful for everything that we've lost and not appreciating what we've had the pleasure to enjoy during that time, and that even as we move forward, all is not lost. We still have a lot of friends, a lot of love, a lot of opportunities known and unknown to us. So be grateful for your past, but don't be so saddened when you have to move on. And move on we must, but yes, mourn and extend your love and compassion and understanding to others. But remember that those that have gone on, they are still with us spiritually. They are just gone physically. And as long as you acknowledge them and give them their flowers now, and even when they're gone, they will be with you still. With the card of defense, some of you this week will find yourself maybe challenging or being challenged by others. Again, this is why you have to speak your truth and stand up for yourself and be strong to not let others cross boundaries that you have established. It could also be a sign, a reminder that this is a time where many of you need to start creating some boundaries. You're not people's stepping stool, and you should not be challenged or taken advantage of because of your color, your age, your race, what religion you practice, where you go to school, whether you have a degree or not. We're all God's children, and we should be all afforded the same opportunities and walk of life. So some of you might be defending yourself against other people's ideas and principles. We continued on with the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Cups, and ending with the Tarot with the Five of Pentacles. So for many of you this week, continuing to balance things or trying to balance things could be a struggle with you, and you need to build your strength up on being better at balancing things in your life and not being so all over the place. This is where the focus, the clarity, right, and having balance kind of all work together. This is also talking about how you handle options. When you have more than one choice, which one do you gravitate to? Do you do your homework, or you just haphazardly just, go eeny, meeny, miny, mo? So there are options for you, but you have to choose the balance, within the balance, the options that work for your life. Many of you have options that lead to your creativity because you are skilled, you are talented. So if you're looking for extra money or a great way to not take in so much of the toxic news and toxic chatter that's out there in the world right now with all that's going on, is to tap into your creativity. So it's a win-win for you, because not only does it help you have an outlet to, work out your emotions and everything that you're going through, it gives you a moment to be calm and to create, but then you can take those creations and they can be, a decor in your home. You can gift them to others, but more importantly, if they're really great, you can go out there and sell them and manifest abundance. So yes, with the change card with the Eight of Cups, a lot of changes upon us, and a lot of things have been happening very rapidly within our lives. So it does take some adjusting and understanding, but not everything that has changed, I feel, is going to remain. There are going to be some adjustments. God is going to come in and adjust it where there is fairness, where there is equality, where we are all happy and at peace, and just make things the way how he wants the world to be. So yes, there's going to be change that you're going to have to deal with, and the strength to muster through. Then we continued on that listening. As we go through things in life during this time, it's very important that we listen to people when they have conversations with us, especially those people who don't normally communicate, that you listen to them, because within listening to them, you can read between the lines. They could be crying out in the words that they're saying to you, or more importantly, what they're not saying. So this is a time where we really need to listen to each other and have human compassion and understanding. Some of you might run into, or you're in need of a kindred spirit, someone who loves life and does the things that you like to do. They're just as calm and loving as you. The flow of the relationship is very easy. It's not one that's challenging. And we all need a kindred spirit, someone that we feel is like our twin flame or just our double in life, right? That gets us. Protecting yourself during these challenging times and protecting your family, whether it's home security or just protecting your cars, making sure your cars are locked, your finances are safe, you're checking into the protection of your money and your investments, just overall the security of your life and the things that you and your love brothers and the loves in your life enjoy is very important. In life, as you go through it, also with humility, have grace. There are going to be a lot of people that, yes, you're going to have conflicts and disagree with and not be on the same page, but you humble yourself, and as you live in your truth, again, like I always say, do it in a way so that they can receive your message. They might want to argue, but with your calm spirit and your sweet grace, they'll have no choice but to sit down and listen and to receive it. Well, this week we also get the energy of Jackie, and Jackie's a type of energy where the drama. We have to learn to unlearn the idea that toxic behavior is okay. Jackie wants to bring the drama, and we don't need the drama in our life. So if you have a Jackie in your life that wants to bring the drama, that causes problems to you and others, you don't have to have this energy in your life. Unlearn that idea that them bringing drama into your life and creating drama in your life and others is not okay. We also have the energy of Angela, and Angela's like, listen, don't let your life or someone treat you like a doormat. Yes, you can be sweet and loving and be kind and walk with grace, right? And speak in love with compassion. Be the sweetie pie that you are, but don't be too much of a person that kisses other people's you know what. Don't be a pushover just to get in through the door, to fit in a crowd or particular clique. Because you could do all of that, and at the end of the day, they could still talk about you and hurt you. So try to not be a pushover, because people are going to turn against you regardless, okay? Because we just can't please everyone. And then with the last energy of Mariah this week, some of you are so busy in the clouds dreaming and you're manifesting, and your life might be really spectacular that you're not really focusing and listening to the other people around you, and you're not paying attention to what is going on in your world and in the world. Take your head out of the clouds and float back down and deal with the reality of what is really going on in the world, because it's going to impact your life and those that you love. You're not seeing situations in your life clearly when you're daydreaming, right? When you're looking at all these fantasies and living this life of luxury or fantasy and not dealing with the true sense of time that we're in. So it's kind of come down to deal with reality so you can be here for others and really know what's going on so you know how to move. After that, we had gotten the card again of balance with the yin yang energy, reminding you again the polar opposites, but having that balance in your life, that work and home balance, right? The relationship balance, being able to do the things that you love and giving it the equal amount of time, having just the same amount of positive as you do a little bit of negative energy, right? Having just as much male as you do female friends. Try to keep everything balanced. Don't let one particular thing overtake or be more in demand, or that you tend to gravitate to more than other things. Also, with the energy of phrases and motivation, we're talking about your affirmations. Are you speaking your affirmations? Are you taking time throughout your day and throughout your life to speak positivity into your life so it can end up being manifested? So if you see a positive word, if you think of something positive, and if you're in a funk, speaking this positivity can uplift you, and it can help you have a brighter day and hopefully make someone else's day brighter. This week with the card of medical staff and healing 13-4, could be in 4 days, 4 hours, 4 weeks coming up. Some of you, like I said, you need to reach out to family members. It could be a family member or someone that you know that has a medical emergency, or you get a phone call to meet them at the hospital, or you could be in the street walking and you have to call the ambulance for someone. So you're going to be, there's a scene where you're either talking to or being in a conversation of a medical staff person, or medical staff people are talking to you, trying to console you during a situation where someone is hurt, or like I said, you're visiting someone, or there's a situation where medical staff is called. That was followed by feather. So there could have been some messages coming to you that certain things are going to transpire within your life within this week or within the time to come between now and summer. When you see a feather, if a feather drops in front of you, it is common knowledge, and if you don't know now, you know. When you see a fallen feather, it's a sign that your angels or one of your ancestors or spirit guides is with you. So take heed to that, and again, take heed to your messages. You have to be tuned in, and if you don't take time to meditate and to have calm and peace and clarity and focus in your life, right, and work on your inner healing and your external presence, then you're not going to be able to receive the messages that come to you. So when you see this feather or you feel the energies of feathers around you, it's because your angels are trying or your ancestors are trying to communicate to you. That was followed by facing challenges together. Well, they could be trying to reach you because there's going to be some challenging times coming up where you're not going to quite know where to put the pieces together or how to fit things, and they're going to be of assistance to you. They're going to show you where to go to collaborate with others, to how to work better in a team and unity, and how with resilience working in a team can really help you. Followed by focus on the positive. Yes, there's negative things going on. We might all be going through, a Debbie Downer energy and stuff like that, and listening, to the toxic fake news or whatever else is out there in the world. Focus on the positive things that you have control over, the positive things that you can do for your life and your family. Have optimism. Live with a position and from a position of hope, positivity, and gratitude. If you focus on the negative, if you let your guard down and your boundaries down and let, that drama come in and everything else that's toxic, it's going to make your world toxic. We continued on with this deck also on focusing on the present moment, which is something that I had mentioned earlier about living in the now. Stop worrying about the past or future. We are in the moment now. We need to be mindful of what's going on. This is why you need to be alert and know what's going on not only in your life but in the world and of the people that you love. So you're ready to take action, that you've built up the strength to do what you need to do if called upon. And then we ended this deck with honor your unique journey. We are all on a unique journey, and each of our journey is different. Let's honor each other's uniqueness instead of trying to break it down. Let's accept with gratitude and love the self-growth and self-love that we have not only for ourselves, but we should also have for each other. With time to evolve, decisions, yes, this has come up during the month of March, and as we end this last week of March is coming up again. This is a time of a lot of change. Change a lot of us might not like, but some things do need to be changed, not necessarily at the speed or the way that they're being changed. And like I said, I feel that God will work it out correctly in the end, but a lot of you are going to be forced to make snap decisions. So it's not a negative situation, but it's a necessary one. And even though the appearance of things happening in your life right now or in the world might seem negative, and they could actually be negative, I'm not saying that they're not, certain things have to happen in order for other things to fall in place, and for certain changes, certain ways of doing things and feeling about things and how we carry out things in life can finally change. So it's an opportunity to evolve, and we have to learn how to interpret the situation, because if we don't learn how to interpret it and adapt, then we won't move on, and we won't see the growth and the change that the universe needs us to get into and have. Family dynamic, reconcile. Remember I said earlier about checking in on people that you love or people that you haven't heard from? This is a time where we need to have peace with each other. We need to say we're sorry. We need to forgive. Life is short. We had the death card. Yes, there's going to be a lot of endings of things physically in our life, but we're also going to suffer loss of life of family members or friends or people that we know or knew of. And it's time to give them their flowers now. It's time to make those phone calls and spend time with them now. So I do feel that you need to start reconciling with people in your life. No one says you have to go and run and do it, but start taking baby steps, start acknowledging them, start reaching out to them and making a passageway for that door to open, because your family needs this time to heal, and maybe a wedge was placed in the family because of a situation or a particular family member. But we need to move forward, and we need to support each other in this process. So having a family unit when the world is upside down right now, is so, so critical, because it's your family that's going to be there for you. And the family dynamic really is important right now. Addictions, and I found it odd that odd but not so odd that addictions came right after the family dynamic and that need to reconcile. So I do feel this could be the universe saying some of you need to have compassion and forgive and look in on someone in your family that has addictive behavior or suffers with an addiction. That medical episode that happened with the ambulance, this could be that person having a medical episode and you're called and you need to rush and go. So this is why I feel family members that we haven't checked on, people that we've ghosted or ghosted us, we need to do these mental check-ins. We need to really find out how people truly are, and don't just assume they're okay because we don't hear from them. Or even when we hear from them, we need to lay eyes on them. They can tell us anything over the phone or text, but we really need to see them and read their body language. Are they really good? Especially those who are addictive. They could, disappear and not resurface until things are bad. So some situations that you need family healing and cohesiveness could be because you're dealing with people who are under the influence of things. And the truth is stepping outside of that situation, helping them to heal, helping them to grow, but also helping the family to be a unit again and learn how to forgive and get out of the chaos and realize that life is passing us. And there's a time when each of us will not be here. So let's learn to live with each other, love each other, and be strong for each other. That was followed with someone is in need of your love, offer it to them. And I thought that was so angelic. And I thank the angels for bringing us the right messages at the right time and how they just work together. Because someone is in need of your love. And for many of you, it could be that family member who is suffering with an addiction, or a family member who's going to have or has had a medical episode. But definitely this week, there is someone in need of your love. You should offer it to them. Then we started tapping into the finance and careers. We got the message again that we got this weekend from my Tigra's Fame and Fortune deck. There's going to be a positive update. You're going to get a text or a message or maybe a letter in the mail confirming that your position or your number on a wait list has moved up, or that you're going to get called in for an interview, or that you actually got the job, right? Upward movement on a list usually is when you're jobs where you take tests, like a correction officer, police officer, any type of city or government job, that would more pertain to that. Some unexpected money could be possibly coming your way. Some of you are looking into employment, and the money could be coming your way from you changing or adding to your life your entrepreneurship. Again, we were talking about creativity in the beginning of the reading. So working on your arts and crafts, becoming a social media blogger, all opportunities to help you release the stress that you feel with what's going on in your life. Another opportunity to make money as well. We ended the finance and career with keep better financial records and stay more on top of your money matters. Stay on top of those of you who have financial advisors. Check your bank account, your credit unions, your 401ks, anything that you have money, whether it's liquid or not. Make sure you're keeping records on top of records, paper records and digital records. But make sure you know what your balances are, you know what you have, and you know who your contacts are, and whether it is a time for you to change, especially when it comes to the stock and stuff like that. You might want to sell some things and you might want to buy some things. Then the animal spirit for this week is the polar bear, which we also keep getting. Again, another confirmation, just a true, resilient reminder that we need to stand up for ourselves at this time in life and speak your truth, but speak it respectfully. There's a way to get messages across. There's a way to help people understand what you're trying to say, and for you to understand them. It's all the approach on how we talk to each other and if we show respect. But when there's toxicity and anger and just disdain for each other, no good can come of that. So be compassionate, and remember, whatever you do speak your truth on, don't don't be attached to the outcome. It is what it's going to be, but you know how you feel and move forward with love and light. The last two cards as I ended the reading was no pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more, Saggy. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. So don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on life. Don't put pressure on others. What will be, will be. And then we end the energy with don't give up. A great reminder with everything that's going on, whatever you're going through in your life or in the world, this is not the time to give up. This is the time to stand strong, to speak your truth, to be strong not only for yourself, but for your community, for your family, for your friends, and for God's children. It's okay when things don't always feel right or feel easy. Some of us, the best moments in our life, or most of us, the best moments in our life happen and will continue to happen during and after hard times. So keep believing. Don't give up. Even if what is in front of our face is so bad, don't give up. Keep praying to God. Keep lighting your candles. Keep saying your prayers, and believing that ultimately good is always going to prevail, and those with positive intentions will always be able to correct whatever has been done negatively. So don't give up. Continue to be the beautiful spirits, the limelights, the impacts that you are. Continue to look out for yourself, your communities, and those family members that you might have forgotten. Be the caretaker, the caregiver that you can be, but first, make yourself strong, make your foundation and base be resilient. May you have a blessed week, and namaste.